The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
The team at Hydra-Sports set out to make a performance offshore fishing boat that came up with the 3400cc. I'm going to take it on a full test and see how they've done. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. Now, while we haven't had time to crunch the numbers yet and determine what the best performance speeds will be, I found that my hands settled mostly at about 3,400 RPM, which gave us about 28 miles an hour.
With 200 gallons of fuel, 2 persons, and test gear, our 3400cc had a test weight of just over 12,000 pounds. The triple Yamaha 300 horsepower V6 4-strokes had no trouble cranking us up to a top speed of 54.7 miles per hour. At that speed, we were burning 79.4 gallons per hour and getting 0.69 miles per gallon for a range of 221 miles. At 3,000 RPM, we were running at a best cruise of 24.3 miles per hour with a 19.2 gallon per hour fuel burn. Now we were getting 1.26 miles per gallon for a range of 406 miles with a 10% reserve. The 3400cc reached planing speed in 3.8 seconds and accelerated through 30 miles per hour in 7.2 seconds. Now it's important to note that this boat was tested with a 24-foot custom-made Marlin tower attached. As you can well imagine, that will adversely affect the boat's performance, so these results are going to show our test 3400cc to be slower and have shorter range than when equipped with a standard T-top. Hydra-Sports is no stranger to making boats that have a solid feel. In head seas, when we would come off a wave, I expected to pound into the next wave, but it never happened. We would slice the forward wave and continue, throwing water off to the sides, keeping us nice and dry. Following seas were just as stable, with the bow tracking straight and true and having no tendency to get pushed around. And in the beam sea, the 3400 remained largely level even with the weight of the additional tower high above the center of gravity. These are the characteristics that I use to describe a solid feeling boat.
When taking off, the 3400 has only about a 9-degree bow rise, but because the bow is so far ahead and I'm only about 5'8", I did lose visibility for quite a bit, and then while we're on plane, the bow is still just a little bit above the horizon. I'd like to see a step put behind the helm so you can get just a little bit higher, especially if you're a shorter guy like myself. Now, the winds are blowing 25-30 miles an hour, and there's a really serious current running here in the Intracoastal, so I cannot give you a minimum trolling speed because it's just so tainted by the effects. But what I can tell you is you're not finding any bubbles coming from behind the engine, so you're not going to be scaring fish for a long way off. The helm, operated from the center position, twin 12-inch displays, a Yamaha multifunction display, Garmin autopilot, stereo, rocker switches over to the side, trim indicators, stainless steel Edison steering wheel with a steering knob, tilt wheel, digital throttle controls, individual trim switches, and collective trim. 3 across seating, all have drop-down bolsters, convenient if you're sitting down or standing up, and they wrap around your body for sustained high-speed operation. Our test boat is equipped with the optional tower. Let's go up and take a look. When you're drift fishing, kite fishing, not at the controls, you've got a very comfortable seat that gives you a commanding view of the entire boat. I very much like that all the supports are powder-coated white. Drop down, it becomes a leaning post, just at the right length for operating the controls while you're standing and leaning back.
Well, as you can see, Hydra-Sports made not only a good-looking boat, but a great handling boat as well. It's the Hydra-Sports 3400cc. That's our look at the performance and handling. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.